Welcome to IT Study Bar. Last video, we were discussing in the YouTube channel IT Study Bar. Was the last class videos, guys. Go ahead and watch the last video. This one. This one videos on the last class. Step to prepare Spring Boot MVC. First, I have already shown all these things how to run by using embedded server, by using which one Tomcat server, by using external server, and by using embedded server given by Spring Boot MVC. Okay. So now let's one time recall all these points. What point we have discussed in the last class. Just recall for you guys those are watching this video newly. This is the session number 8. Okay. Today's session will happen session number 9. Okay. So now let's see. One by one, I am reading, then I will explain. Okay, one more time. The fast mode. So now, a Spring Boot MVC application can develop as a standalone web application or deployable web application server or application server. Okay. So now the Spring Boot MVC standalone application is nothing but the web application that use embedded server. So no need to arranging any external server. But by default is Tomcat. Okay. So not required to arrange any external server, guys, for Spring Boot MVC application. This application has jar file here Spring application.run itself create the this method run method itself create the embedded Tomcat server along with IOC container. IOC container, those people don't know the IOC container, just learn Spring code. Okay, then you will get the clarity about this topic. IOC contain inversion of controller. Okay, so container and dispatchers alert. Yes means dispatchers alert registration. Yeah, it's inversion of controller, guys. So here, this is the code. This is the code. Okay. When you learn Spring code, then you will get clarity about this topic. Then you will get clarity about this topic. So here, observe this. So here, no need to separate the servlet in a slicer class. No need to separate. Okay. So now next point is the Spring Boot MVC deployable web application is nothing but the web application that is deployed in any web server as a normal web file. Here, the separate initializer class is required. Extending from Spring Boot, I have already shown all these points, extending which class and which class is extending or not. Okay. No, this is the point. This is our application idea. Just printing this message. Okay. So these are the steps. First step, just create the Spring starter project and select these properties. Here put a project name and select a web file. Don't select jar file. Okay, select Java. Here provide the group ID. Group artifact ID provided. Artifact ID is just with application name, here description, here package. This is the nothing but a root package, guys. And all the package created. And first select only one Spring Web Starters. It's required that it. This is the main point. This is the main point, guys. Today I will show you these points. Okay. What is this point? The starter create project given to dot Java class file report root package. Okay, these classes I am showing to you given by the Spring Boot. It's given by Spring Boot, guys. Wait, okay. Now here Java resources. Inside the Java resources, TSP on these two classes given by default given by the by default given by the these two classes given by these two classes given by these many two classes given by the this sorry, not given by the Spring Boot MVC, okay? And by default, okay? So first class is I'm showing to you the wait. Today's is totally practical session. But this method having main method, this class having main method. Yes, you can change this class as your application name. But here my application is by default is taken as the application. Okay, you can change it's your totally depends on you. You can change this name. Okay, so now here point is application.java. The main class configuration class having at the rate Spring Boot application. Its main method not required if we running our application deployable. So what is the point, guys? Here, main method is not required if you run your application as a deployable application, as a deployable web application using external server. Okay, now I'm showing this point. So comment this method. Just provide the comment this method. So now I'm running. Now I'm going to run. Now I'm going to run this application. Sorry, this application as a which one? As a on an external server, not as a on an external server. So now let's run on server, run on server, run on server. Just select server. Next, finish. Now building. That's involving some admin properties. Wait. Not required. This main method is not required when you run your application using external server. Okay. Main method is required when you run your application using embedded server. Okay. Given by Spring Boot. And this method is required. Guys. And this method is required. And this method is required. Okay. Now it's running as an external server, then the all the servers is opening. It's the default. Okay. Now here is running. So any effect is there, guys? Not there. Output is come. Happily output is coming. So it means main method is not required. So this point is successfully. This point is happily running now. This point is. Let's see. If you want to run this application, one more time, I want to check my properties file, all the configuration or details given properly or not. Let's see here. Okay, port 2021, and all these things are given properly. Just right click, run on Spring Boot app. Now let's see what happens. Let's see this sheet. Yeah, you will get this type of error. A selection does not contain the main type. Selection does not contain the main type. When you remove this comment, then you can run this application as the standalone. Then you will get You won't get any error, anything. Just running. Okay. Now it's running. Just provide a server and pay me. You are able. So let's start on, let's see, completed with port given by the port number to resolve contact. Okay, let's check it out in the inside the server. Let's see. Localhost. Not this one. Localhost 2021 plus, let's see, running on plus index.js. I think to give it proper name, na? Yeah. Now come here. Just check it out. Yeah, that's what the subject is. Going. Just spelling mistakes are there, guys. Next dot JS. Now let's output is coming or not? This URL is required. So this URL I want to test it. Fine. Remove web MBC application as standalone. Standalone app. Standalone web flavor. This this is the URL. This one is the URL, guys. Okay. So now next point is I'm going to show you. Now next point my last next point. This point I proved. Now this point I required. Now here, submitting the slider class of extending this one class. Okay. This is not required if you are running the Spring Boot application as a standalone web application. Okay. So this class is not required. This class is not required. This class is totally not required when you develop when you run your application as a standalone application. This class is not required. Let I be sure. What should I do here? Let's see. Comment till work out or not. Yes, it's working out. It's work out. Let's see. So now let's try. First, let's try the standalone application. Is it required or not required? That port is already is used. Okay. Just stop the server. But to keep the habit, stopping the server. Okay. Now stop and clear all these things. Stopped. Okay. Server here is required. Yeah. Okay. Now it's good. Now try to run again. Run. So now application is started running. Okay. Path. 4 days. Let's try. You get any error? Not. Let's try this. Just copy this path. Close this one. Not required. Save it. Not required. Close this one. Open new tab, guys. And paste it. Just type enter. Let's see. What the output is coming on. If output is come, if output is getting, if you are getting the output, it means this class, this class is not required for running as your application, running as a standalone application. So that means this is not required. But when you run your application as external server, then this class is required. This is the simple point. Then this class will be required. Okay, let's see. It will give a definitely. Yeah, let's see. We're getting error now. What is that error? Is not available. Is not available, guys. So this is the simple things. Okay. So now let's remove this one. Remove this one. Save it and run the application. Let's run the server. Finish. Restart the server. Yes. Even getting my point, but I'm trying to say this. If you really understood this point, please comment. Okay. If you don't understand, just comment it. I will explain more and more detail. It's taking time. The subject is taking time. We get output. We get output. Okay, boss. So now let's see. So this is all about our two classes. These are given by the default. These are given by the Spring Boot MVC. Okay. So it's over. This topic is over, guys. So this money, the important thing is required. Practical is proved. Okay. So now next is add embedded Tomcat Jasper. Okay. Why? This is the use of embedded Tomcat server to translate the JSP page into the equivalent server component. By default, there no facilities are there to convert JSP component as the equivalent server component. That's okay. Now this is all about the last class. All this point I have shown lastly. This is the private area. This is the controller. Okay. So now today's topic is very important. Some more discussions are there. Some more discussions. Stop the server. So close this one, not required. Okay. So now today's discussion is, guys, very important. Very. Let us copy these now also. So now today's my point is, my point is, guys, that is not good. Black. Black. Now, point is, if suppose write it, if then I will if we run the Spring Boot, we run the Spring Boot MVC application as the standalone, as the standalone, as the standalone. The Spring, which class we get, which class, the run method is called here inside this, from here, this one. Okay. Now here, run method called method. Method takes here, takes care of, takes care of, takes care of multiple activities. Activities like first activity is creating embedded Tomcat. First activity is embedded Tomcat server. And second one is creating IOC container. Inversion of control container. Third one is creating dispatcher servlet. Create dispatcher servlet object having what is that IOC container. Now, fourth point creating error filters class is also creating error filter classes object. And fifth one is many more things done by the run method. Okay, this is the run method activities, guys. This is the only run method activity. This run method creating these many things and do all these things. Okay, registering dispatcher servlet, error filter, dynamically with which with the whom servlet container servlet container. Many more things do by this. So now this is the main activities, guys. These 5 activities are main activities do by this run method. Do by this run method. Okay. So now next is if you want suppose I want to change. I don't want to call the this one as an index.jsp. I want to provide the some name of the project. Here we provide any project name, guys? Not now. But I want to provide some project name. So now by using some default mechanism, so we can provide it. By when we run a standalone application, then we can do it. Okay. So now how? Let's see. Now point is now here by default the standalone The standalone Spring MVC, Spring Boot has Spring MVC, Spring Boot MVC apps run with run without context. This is called context path. Okay, without context path to provide to provide to provide context path to provide context path for those application we need to add one special we need to add one uh, special entry in the application application dot properties file is file. So now what is the special entry we provide, guys? This one is the special entry here. Here, what is the property name, guys? Server. This one is the entry, guys. This one is the server. Now let's say server dot servlet and like context path. Yeah, this one. Server dot context dot path. Here you can pass slash. Suppose this is our vision. Welcome. Welcome. Just provide this context name for our application. Without this name, if you provide these entries in your properties file, without this context path name, you cannot call your application. You cannot. Okay. So now let's see. After that, I will put. Okay. Just try run this application as embedded server. Okay. This is only for the embedded, not for external server. This is the only for embedded. Okay. Now it's already using all this thing. Drama is showing. Just stop the server. Stop. Clear. Okay. So now run again. Now they have what is there that if you're learning very good content, then you should give a time to me, guys. Okay. I will teach good content. I am providing free of cost, guys, on a YouTube. Yeah. Just watch and utilize these things. Okay. Yeah, notes I will upload when this batch is complete. Okay. Note I will upload on my Telegram channel as well as on Facebook page. Okay. When this Spring MVC is completed, Spring Boot MVC is completed and Spring MVC is completed, then I will upload these notes. Okay. As a PDF. But because many more students want these notes as a PDF. Okay. Okay. Now let's try. Just refresh this. We getting what is that error? HTTP status 404 not found is getting. So now here we provide what is that? Simple. Just remove this. Here we provide first welcome app plus index dot JSP. That's it in does it. Output is coming out. Yeah, output is getting. So now this is our current. Now let's see. Copy this. I'm pasting this here. Paste it. And you can call. Or text. context path or standalone application for standalone application. Okay. Okay. So now this one is the path. Then how? Okay. So now let's copy this. All this. Okay. Success. Here we get success. Here we get success. Okay. Here we get success. Success field. Okay. Just get that. And if you want to run your application as like by using this without providing context path, then you will get, then you will get, and then you will get that, then you will get error. Error. What is the error we get, guys? What is the error we get? Copy this error. Just remove this one. Okay. Okay. Copy this error. Then here, this error we get. Oh, I think that there's some. So, like this. How remove? Yeah, I don't know. Really. Or not. Okay, not it. Just it. Place it. Racing control date and face this problem. Not and I is different to India. I don't know what happened. How to remove these things. Okay, just open new. Otherwise, in the this India, what is that? What is then that? So now open link page. Window R and okay. Not again. So some more things is required, guys, about this. Okay. Take on 9. Okay. That's it. So now one time copy this all content here. Okay. This content is required. All the best it. Yeah, this one is coming perfect. Okay. Now, next is after this is completed. Now our first project is our this is total explanation about the first project. Some more are there. Okay, one by one. Okay. So now suppose here we use one thing. Here we are using one thing. What is that here in SRC main? In the main, we use the web icon folder index.jsp. If you want to remove this file, I want to remove this file, you can remove it. Okay, you can remove it. Okay, by using passing one request to path as slash. So here I'm writing the point about this topic about this. So how you can remove the index.file, index.jsp file, I will show you. Okay, how we can. So now write it, guys. Write it. If it's possible to write it, otherwise, after the completion of this course, then I will upload the my Facebook page as well as Telegram. Okay. In order, write it. In order to get welcome, welcome page. In order to get welcome page slash home page. Okay, home page of the Spring Boot MVC, Spring Boot MVC or Spring MVC applications without typing index.jsp in the browser address bar. In the browser address. In the browser address bar. In the browser address bar. Or to take or to avoid text .jsp avoid a remove or remove index.jsp we need to take the handler method. We need to take handler method. Yes. That method gives logical view name of the home page. Home page having what is that having request path, suppose select. Okay. So now this one, these are simple things. Remove these all these things not. Okay. I will show. Inside this, the controller, this method is there. We provide slash show message request path. Huh? So remove this one, not required. Just default request method. So now it's not required. It's not required to go inside the put and GSP name. It's not required. Just run this application. 1 minute, guys. Yeah, same error. This type of error I'm wishing. Okay. So now let's see. Stop. Stop it. Just run. Just run as Spring Boot application. Yeah. Now running. Let's see. Notice just provide the slash welcome app. It's coming, guys. So not required when you pass slash. Okay. So this one. It's returning logical name to the dispatcher servlet, and dispatcher servlet gives to the view resolver give to the dispatcher servlet, and dispatcher servlet gives to the client. Same thing is happening. Okay. Okay. So now here, what is our request? As what request you are here. Sorry. This one is the request you are. I will write some note point, guys. So here, suppose in controller classes, we have n number of handlers. We can declare a number of handlers. Okay. Writing some note points. Better to write it. Okay. Better to write it. No note is write it. Note is one controller class can have any number of handlers method, any number of handlers method with what is that? With unique request, with unique. Oh, I press tabs. So what should I do here? Remove this request. And, okay, request path with request path with request mode. Okay, request mode like get and post. Okay, we can with the request mode we can have, but controller class we can n number of handler method like n number of handler method we can declare inside the controller class, but one condition is there, the request path. The condition is a request path and request mode should be unique. Okay, it should not be duplicated. So now one more is there, guys. Write it. Only the one more standalone execution. Standalone execution of Spring Boot MVC, application take the configuration context path. Configuration context path. From application dot properties. We cannot provide our context path to our application, like if you are running your application as external server, then you are able to, we cannot, you can say we cannot provide any context path by using application.properties file. Okay, at this point I am writing. Okay, so now write it. The properties file. Properties file. If you spelling mistakes are there, I must correct it. Okay, properties. Yeah. So, okay, properties file. File. The deployable web application execution in external server takes the project with the project name as the context. What is external server? The deployable web application execution the external server takes the project name as the context. Can I show you this point? Here, just right click on the project, run on server. Let's see, finish. Wait, it's running. Now, your page is not showing, but because we pass and the slash and the URL taken by the that should be we pass. Okay. So here just pass is one thing. Already committed. Okay, we committed right. Already committed, that's why it's showing here. But here my point is I'm showing to you context part. Here is not showing my error. Okay. Here. Just inside the properties file, comment this one. Comment this one. Save it and run the application. First start the server. Okay. Run this application. Next. Finish. Yeah, here I'm getting error. Okay. Inside the controller, we pass this. Okay, okay. That's why it's taking error. We pass slash for that. Okay. Now, inside the page, revine paper pages. Okay. Now you can pass here as what is the name of inside temperature.jsp. Okay, copy this and controller here. This point is on the external server guys. In the next session, I will show you how to run on this point. They start the server. Wait some minute. And then Yeah, output is coming. Now here, got it. Here. So this one is the contact part. Okay, this one is the contact. When your application then as the external server, and on the external server, then your application name is the contact. Now this is the point, guys. Okay. So now this is the okay. So now some point I want to write it about this. About this point, I want to write some point. So you can easily understand these things. Okay. So write it. Write it, guys. If if you're if you're running, if you are running MPC application as standalone standalone app using embedded server, then we can remove which class, we can remove servlet initializer class we can remove. Okay. Here dot class. Okay. Then next, if you are running Spring Boot MVC application as deployable in external server, then we can comment or remove, we can remove main method, we can remove main method. I have already shown this point. Main method of what is that? Is at the rate. Notation is at the rate, guys. At the rate, we can comment this one. So now this point I'm so now this is the total about our first application. Now my second application idea is so now second application. Second is Spring Boot MVC. Spring Boot MVC. So now my idea is first I give an idea on that the implementation as this implementation. So now my idea is guys. So my idea is just I'm creating one form. Just I will create one form. Okay. Just I will create one form. I will create one form here. And inside the form, just enter name. Just enter name and here get message. And like get message. Get MSG. Okay. Get message. Now when we click this button, this goes request to the dispatcher select Dispatcher service find the appropriate. First of all, apply the common system services and apply some common system services and send back to the forward to the request handler mapping. Then handler mapping return back to the one object, one information object. Okay, an information object having some like controller classes and IDs. And those IDs goes back to the appropriate controller. Inside the controller class, some handler methods are there. Okay, inside the handler method, inside the handler method. Okay, so now here this is the controller class. Controller class. Yes, controller class. Inside the controller class, first I will just code for the launch this form without providing any URL to the URL bar. Okay. So now how? By using just public class. So this is my idea. Okay. Public class. Wish massive. Is MSC controller. Is MSC controller. Now this is our controller. This is our controller class. Inside the controller, inside the controller, inside the controller, we create one form at the rate request mapping. Here, just provide one class, this class, return the home page, return home, just print the home. So now here, this controller, this home, and this is the home. This is the home. Okay, home.jsp, home.jsp file. This one. So now when these execute this controller, then this form will appear. Okay, inside the client, inside the front of the client. Okay. So now after this, create one service class. After that, create one service class to generate this message accordingly in a time. You won't get a message. Suppose enter a name here. Enter a name, suppose SPK. Then if time is 9 morning, that's simple. Hey, SPK, good morning. Like that. Okay, like that this message will get. So now here create one service class. Here create one service class. Service class public class based MSG service. Okay. Inside this, just create one service method. Okay. Better to create service class. First to create interface. Okay. So better like scalability. Okay. So here I can create one public string. What is that method name? Generate B. Where's MSC? Write some logic here, not right. Okay, so now just provide the implementation of this class. Just provide the implementation of this class. Interface instead of interface, just provide implementation. This method, okay? So now class This message service IMPL. Okay. IMPL means implementation. Implement which class? Which message service. TI. Spelling mistakes are there. Okay. Now here provide some implementation. Some implementation. Okay. Some logic provide here for the message. Gate hours, all these things I will show you in the next session, but just the idea. Okay. This is the class. This is the class. This is the implementation class. So here provide the one another handler method. Here provide one more handler method here inside the controller. Now here provide one more method to call this service class. To call this service class, what is that? This method like the request. This method passing request mapping. What is the slash? Suppose we pass like wish. Okay. Public. This is the handler method. Public model and view object. Basic one. Basic. So this image. This image. So this image. Now inside this, just call, use here service class. Service class object and call the service dot generate wish ms. Okay, right. Now just call it this method. Now returning this method, returning string, old is address string, str or result, res, result. Okay. Old is the result and simple. Do one thing. Return this logical view name, LVN, logical view name, return logical view name like mom object, return mom object. So how return new model and view model and view. Okay. I will show you. This is our total project idea. So tomorrow, next session, I will implement this total thing. And also, all the point I will show you that. So time is up. Okay. We will meet next video, guys. Okay. Thank you for joining me. This is the beautiful example. So don't miss the next session 10. Okay. Okay. Thank you for watching. We will meet next session.